welcome back to Guardian Angel Resin Creations. Today I am going to do 3 trays today in one video. I have a market stall on Saturday and it is now Tuesday and I forgot to do my trays for my market stall. So I thought while I was doing them I may as well make a video and hopefully my head is not in your way because it's very hard to get 3 trays in, which I've realised are all upside down, but that really doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour 3 different colours in them. I have made casting resin one and I went to paint it and I ended up with marks all over the white parts that I don't want painted. So I am going to just do 3 different colour resins, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint all these indents where all the letters and all that sort of stuff is. I will put like you paint over the top of it, then you wipe it off and the paint sits in the words and the baubles and things like that. So that's what my plan is. So I'm going to do a red one, and these are from the set from Amazon. I just call them CT now. It's Sparkle Wine Red 95, Primary Red number 110, and Super Flash Wine Red 159. Now I get a really pretty red from this. I was going to do my Tecaroos red, but it goes orange. So it's way too light. And this is a beautiful red. So I'm going to try that. Plus I'm going to put a bit of glow in the dark in there. So we'll see how that goes. So that is for number 1. I'm just going to stand up so that I can make sure you can see what I'm seeing. And then we have Glitter Merch Green Gold. Oh, do I want green? Oh, it should be right. So that's number 74. And then we have Classical Gold number 69 and Flash Dark Gold number 71. So I'm not doing like the golds that you've got to brush on or anything like that. I just want the sparkle and the gold colour. And I'm doing a bit of cayenne, glow in the dark. So that may go green. You never know. So then we are doing for our green, I have number 36 and number 49. So I've got Glitter Deep Green and Bright Green. So I mix these 2 together. And then I also have Colour Passion Green Luster. And I get a really pretty green from those. And I'm putting in Grass Green. And I honestly do not know the brand of these. It's probably a Temu glow in the dark. So I know they glow in my cupboard, so we'll see whether they glow in with when I'm putting them in with something else. So I'm going to go and mix my resin. Oh, and I also have these that I got from Amazon. Oh, sorry, from Temu. I think it was about $7 for the 6. And they've got like a sparkle. So I might put a spoonful of them in. So we'll go the yellow with the gold. I'll go the pink. And I'll go the green. So I'm going to go and mix up some resin and I'll come back. I'll do separate, I think, and then I'll come back in a second. Alrighty, I've made up 350 of A, 310 of B, and that equals 600 mils. So I'm going to see how I go in this one, I think. Because one is assuming that they're not all going to take the same. So a big bit of red, Might have to use some of that other red, I think, because I don't want to use all of my red. So I might just get a little bit of that other red. Let's put that lid on properly. Let's get a bit of the Tekaroos one and pop it in there, because it's like there's totally different colour really. And go. Couple of them. Now, the lid back on properly. And we are going to get a bit of the red wine. It's got a beautiful sparkle to it. So we're going to get quite a large bit of that. And we are going to get our super flash. Now, it's more of a coppery colour, but puts a beautiful sparkle into it. There we go. I'm going to get a bit of this pink glow. I don't know that I need those other sparkles because these have got sparkles anyway, so I'm going to go super fine this glow one. I'm going to go 3 and see how that goes. Oh, sorry, I had my face in there, I think. Okay, so I'm going to mix this for the next 4 minutes while I listen to a Christmas song, and then I'll come back. Right, I have mixed all this up. I've just, I've got the Christmas music on, so I've just listened to a couple of songs. I might actually just grab my sticky tape because I do resin outside and the wind is blowing, so I'm hoping I have something big enough to actually cover this all with today. So I've got quite a large like a food net thing, so hopefully I will be able to get it all over without actually sticking it into one of them. So it doesn't matter if there's a bit of sparkle or something on there, but there is a little bit of just normal resin on there, so I might just wipe that off. There we are. Just wipe that off. That's it. I mean, it doesn't matter. So we're going to just gently pour this in. Like, look at the color of that. It's just so pretty. Like, never ever be afraid to mix colors and make your own color, because like, how gorgeous is that? There we go. Now my spatulas, if you're wondering, I get them from the local cooking shop because they're so easy to clean. We'll spray with a bit of alcohol. Stop talking, spray. Okay, there's a lot of bits on those words. And I haven't debubbled or anything like that because I use a thick resin. The my Estoyo debubbler doesn't really get the bubbles out of the thicker resin, but none of them do from what I can gather. So pour it onto my spoon so it doesn't splash all over my good clothes, because as usual I haven't got an apron or anything on. Who else does that? Let me know in the comments. I ruined so many dresses by forgetting to actually put an apron on. Okay, let that go in there. Pour that round. Ooh, I think that is gonna be perfect amount. So if anyone's got this big tray, these are just Temu trays. Anyone's got that at home, it takes 600 mils or 360 grams. Let's get that in there. You could probably use a little bit more, like just, you know, 20 or 30 mils more, but I don't think it's going to be any type of issue. Like, you can make them as thick or as thin as you like. Just pour that on there. Get it all out so we're not wasting any. There we go. And these are reusable cups that I am using, because I get a little bit lazy sometimes when you're not doing a big amount, because these cups are so hard to clean. You put your arm in there, but I thought instead of making up 2 or 3 batches, easy just to get the big jug, pour it out of the big jug. There we go. Gorgeous. That, like, last year I made them and I didn't have a lot of stuff, because I'd only just started doing it before Christmas last year, and I'd been doing it for probably 6 months, and I didn't have a lot of colours or anything like that, so I was just, you know, you make do with what you've got. So my trays, I sold my trays last year, but I was never ever happy with the colour of the red on them. So, right, there we go. I'll just spray my hands so that I don't touch my phone. I am going to pause you, and I shall come back when I have done my green. I just need to stand up. I'm just way too short to get to my camera today. Just cleaning out my pot, ready to go for the next one. Rightio, so we're going to do what are we going to do? That one. I think we'll do that one in the gold. We'll do the last one in the green. So I did end up putting a bit of the pink sparkle into that one, and it gives it just like all different little coloured sparkles through it. So I'm going to find my spoon again, and we're going to get the gold. Now I may get, actually I'm going to pause you for a second, because I'm going to get another gold. So just 1 second, I'll just stand up on my ladder. I probably should have done the front one first. Okay, oops, sorry. So I've got a couple of my Tecaroos powders out as well, just so that I'm not wasting those ones. So, because, how many grams have I got in that? Well, I've got the same amount in each, so we'll mix and match and see how we go. So I have made up exactly the same amount as last time. So 350 of A, 310 of B, and that gives me 600 grams. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do 1 spoon of each. So I always forget that I've got the Tecaroos one. So heaped spoon, that one, and then, so that one was, sorry, that was royal gold. Then we have pure gold. So, oops, turn the spoon around the right way. And 1 heaped teaspoon of pure gold. And then we have our flash dark gold, which is number 71. And then we're going to do a big teaspoon of that, because that's got a sparkle in it. And then we're going to go do number 74, which is glitter merch green gold. Now look at the sparkle on that. Oh my God, that is gorgeous. We're going to put 1.5. That one in there. Then we're going to go our classical gold. Oh, I haven't used this one. And I'm just going to get some tweezers. I'm sorry if you've just seen my face or my nose. And I'm just going to pop that open. Somewhere around here I have one of those little opener things, but I have no idea where it went. Especially being outside, you drop stuff and it rolls somewhere and you never find it again. So then we've got our classical gold. Hopefully not too much powders in there now. Now we're going to put our yellow sparkle in there. So I think I did 1 spoon. And then I'm going to put my glow in the dark. Now 1, 2, I think I did 3 before. There we go. Hopefully we haven't got our ratio of powder too much, but we have got 650 mils in here, so I don't think I have. So I've cleaned my spoon. You had a quick little snippet of me cleaning my container. I was going to use 3 and just throw them out, but I think they're about $1 each, so waste not, want not, especially at Christmas. I don't want to be re-buying the great big containers, because like I very rarely use the large ones, so I will save them because I think I got about 10 of them. So alright, I'll pause you, I'll mix. Look at the colour of that. My God, that's gorgeous. Right, I'll mix and I'll come back in a sec. Right, we're done with this one now. I've got a couple of angels out here which I'll move somewhere else and pour it in there, just to, like, in case there's too much. So spray again, doesn't matter if it gets a bit on this one. Now I've just seen a little bit of white. We'll just get that because I have been using casting resin. That out of the way. Wipe off my little tongs. I think I got it all. There's one little bubble there, but I'll get to that. So rightio. Now I'm just going to make sure that you can see that top one, so I will move you slightly. There we go. Chew up there a bit and pour you in. Just make sure you've got all the way around the sides. Sorry about that. Okay, scrape that all off, all that sparkle off. Now pour that on there. Actually, I'm just going to give that a bit more of a spray because I was fiddling. Okay, in all the little words, hopefully. I need to try and get back so that you're not seeing my head. I think it's deceiving at how much each one of them takes. Pour a little bit more on there. At least with the cup, I know, like with the measures on the side, I know exactly how much I have used, how much they take. So I've got about 50 mils left. So I'm just going to take these angels inside, I'm going to pour them, I'm going to come back and I will see how much of this resin I've got left. Actually, I've got about 75 mils. I know I can pour into those, so I'll come back in a second. Alright, I just threw the rest of that into the angels and made a complete mess on my brand new Christmas table, which was a bit silly because I have something inside because I just don't have the room outside. So scrape that all out. Perfect. I thought I'd best make some angels because I had forgotten all about making angels, and it is Christmas and you normally have an angel on your tree, but my angels normally sit in my windows as memorial angels. So they're not always just for Christmas, your angels. Just get rid of all of that so it's easy to clean the container. Scrape it all out. Okay. That one's done. That one's done. That one's got a bubble. Just pop that with my finger. Now, I'll get the next lot and I'll be back in a second. These are gonna be amazing. Right, next one. I'll bring you back down, I think, without putting my dress in the red. And move you over a smidge so that you can see this one, hopefully. There, that's better, I think. Just move you over on the post. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. You can see what see where it is. I will move it over when I have mixed this. So we're going to put our colour in. So we have our luster green from Colour Passion. Going to go a couple of biggies of these. That one. I might see what other green is in the Tekaroos maybe as well. So we're going to go our bright green, big one of our bright green, 1.5. And we're going to go our glitter deep green, big spoon of that one, great big heap teaspoon of that one. Now we have our green glow in the dark. Now I don't know whether these glow in the darks are going to work, but you know, you never know. 1, 2, 3. And then we have our sparkle as well. Oops, nearly dropped it in there. And we've got a big one of that. Okay. I might just pop down into my cupboard underneath me and just see what other greens I've got. Oh, just got to get up on my step. I found a bit of emerald green and pickle green. So it's got like a goldy tinge to it, I think, this one. So this is the pickle. So I'm going to put a bit of that one in there. Then we are going to put a bit of the emerald green in there. So there we go. Bit of the emerald. Bigger heaped teaspoon of that one. There we go. And I have got a tree tree mold sitting there just in case I need it, because I did make up the same amount again for this round one. So I highly doubt that it's going to need anywhere near the 650, but you just never know. So I'm just going to wipe the edge of that so that I do not get it everywhere. Right. Actually fold this, wipe it properly, then I am not going to wear it. Put that over there. Now that mold, the tree mold, has got like a sparkle in it because I had done some other stuff in it. I'm not even going to bother giving it a wipe. It'll just have a bit of extra sparkle on it, which is fine. I may or may not put that in my cart for selling on Saturday. So I've never ever sold, like I sold a couple of these last year, so I was about to lie and say I've never sold anything, but I did sell some Christmas stuff last year. So I'm actually doing a proper market. So last year I sold to friends, and I think I made about $70. So hopefully this year I will make a bit more so that I can actually replenish my stock of resin and my casting resin, because I love using the casting resin, especially when I'm making my little baby Christmas trees. They are like, they sets up in a couple of hours. I can demold it, I can start to paint it, because while it's still got a little bit of moisture in it, it sucks that paint in and you don't have to give it so many coats. So, and a lady did ask me where I got that mold from. Most of my molds are from Temu because they are cheaper. There's only a couple of molds that I have bought from Amazon. I bought my little gnomes from Amazon because I wanted them the next day. But everything else, Temu, or the bigger molds, you know, like the Julie Cuts molds. But all of these, not very expensive on Temu. And I think I got some of these because if you know, you buy so much at the moment, and you know, you buy something for $40 and you get 3 items free, and like, nothing's for free, but you still got to spend that amount of money to get those free items. So I think maybe 2 out of the 3 of these were free. So alright, I'll continue mixing this for another couple of minutes, then I'll come back and pour. But I have finished mixing. I'm going to pull this back down here and just stand up without losing all of my resin and make sure you can see. Bring it back to about there. You'll have to excuse my dirty bench. There we go, I think that's better. Now, just move some stuff out of my way and I'm going to pour in. I do have a couple of extra molds here that I have got that I thought I might pour into instead of that tree, just to see what they look like. Scrape all that off. Oh. Spray, then scrape. Spray. Now scrape and pour. Hopefully we don't get too many bubbles in the words. There we go. I was having issues with the level on my bench, and I have a feeling I may have got it right finally. So just let that go round to those bits. feed yourself round there. There we go, that's joined. A bit more there, so that one's joined. There we go. Beautiful. Tad more around that way. Now, which mold will I do? I think that I'm going to pour it into that one. It's quite a pretty mold. Not going to worry about cleaning it because it's only got sparkles in it. So, oopsie, I might actually just spray it though, because there is some tiny little intricate pieces on there. And I have been using my casting powder for this one, purely because, like, you know, 20 minutes and I can make another one. So there we go. Perfect. I think that is going to look gorgeous, the green one. There we go. I love how it just, you know, does all the swells and things on the back of it. Get that across on that one, just to bring it up a bit more. Make sure that the end bit where it hangs has got enough in it. I might just give it just the slightest tap. Without moving it too much. Doesn't seem to be too many bubbles coming out of it. Right, so let's finish scraping that out. There we are. So is everybody else getting ready for Christmas? Have you got your trees up? Let me know if you've got your tree up yet. Because I've got grandchildren and because we're in Adelaide, my Christmas tree's actually been up for a couple of weeks because we have our Christmas pageant early in Adelaide. So normally the tree goes up when the pageant's on. So, and do you light up your tree? Do you have like your little ornaments everywhere? My house is like the Santa's cave for my grandchildren. Rightio, so I've done that. I will clean up my container. I broke the other one because I was a bit forceful with it before. So, all right, I think I'm done. I will come back tomorrow and we will demold and I will show you how I'm going to paint these up. Okay, it is the next day and excuse my croaky voice, I have picked up another cold. It's very rare that I go out, and seems to be lately that every time I go out I catch a cold, or last time COVID. So hopefully it's not COVID again because it's only been a month since I had it before. People seriously need to stop going out when they're sick. So, alright, I'm going to demold this one first. There we go. Might have you down a little bit too low, so I will lift you. It's still a little bit soft because it is the next morning. I'll lift you up a little bit. So I'm just going to stand up on my ladder and just have a look. I'll move you over there. Actually, I'm going to center you, and then I will move things to show you. So, here's my little ornament. Once I put a little bit of silver on it, or gold, it will look beautiful. So, it does take a lot longer to set up because it is, it's thinner, but a couple of hours and it will be all set up beautiful. So there was sparkle in that mold. There was a little bit of light sparkle in there, so it has shown up on this. So it's highlighted these top bits, so it is really quite beautiful. So all right, so we will go to our red, because our red we made first. So now these are all set up quite nice and hard. So we're going to demold our red one, and this comes off super easy because they are new molds. Still a tiny bit soft. Alrighty, I'll just move that up a smidge. I'll move you to that. So there we go. So there's our mold, all nice and clean. There we go, pop that to the side, and let's turn him over. So let's go. Ooh, I really like that. And with a bit of silver on it, or a bit of gold, or even white will look beautiful. So it will, like, it shines. So I'm outside, but it's quite dark in the corner where I am. So there's this carrot, all these little words, and the picture of the cookie. Beautiful. So that is number one. Then we are going to go for number two that we did. And yeah, they're still a little bit soft because it's not 24 hours since I did this. So stand him up again. Pull it off. Simple, easy again to pull it off. So that's that mold, all nice and clean. And I didn't get very many bubbles, like the tiniest, couple of tiny little bubbles around the words and things. So let's see how we went with this one. Oh, love that one. Bring it up so you can see it. So it says, "Dear Santa, here's a drink in case you're thirsty, and reindeer carrots. Here is your favorite cookie. Merry Christmas." I love that one. Very cool. Alrighty, so let's go for number three. And there we go. I reckon this would be beautiful with white on it, the green. Right, okay, that's all come out nice and clean. Beautiful, right. And let's go. Here we go. There we go. Merry Christmas. And then it's got our reindeer treats, our cookies, our milk, and our Santa. So very, very cool. So I am going to probably let these harden a little bit longer, and then because it'll make it easier when I'm painting them to wipe the paint off, and it won't seep in. So I'm going to leave these a few more hours and pour some more, because I'm going to change it up and change the color sequence. And I'll come back when it's time to paint, and we'll probably be inside because that's where all my paint's. All right, this is all cured up. It's nice. It was a little bit soft yesterday, so I waited till last night to put a bit of color on one of these. So I have put a little bit of gold on the red one. So I've just used my gold pen. I was going to color them and have different colors, but I'm a little bit short for time. because it's only a day and a half until I have to do the market, and I still need to do another set. So that is our red one, and then I will quickly show you how to do the gold one. I was thinking I might use my chrome marker, but this is like a bronzy color, so I'm going to have a bit of a look and see what this does, and because I'm not sure what to use on the gold. So let's have a look at our bronze, give it a shake. Haven't used this one for a while. Dab it down, let all the ink come down to it. Let's see how we go. So I'm just going to do the reindeer writing. Now if it doesn't work, it's going to end up being silver on here. Right, it's not going to work, so that's fine. We will do our silver because I know that my silver works. So let's do Dear Santa. Now these paint pens are just off Amazon. I think they were about $25 for a set, maybe a little bit cheaper because I got a gold and a silver. Don't worry if you go over the line, because you can just go over when it is dry. Don't do it when it's wet, when it's dry, and then wipe the excess off. There we go. In the little dot. Right up into the R there. Right, now the Santa. Beautiful. And it's quick and it's easy with these. Just get in all the little bits. There we go. Do a little comma. And then we'll come down and we'll do our carrot. Now the indents in these are quite large, so I can use the bigger tip on them. There we go. That in there. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing and my hand is not in the way. Oops, sorry. There we are. Do the little star. Get it all in there. Do that star. I have a habit of doing stuff all around it and then putting my arm into it. So best to start from the top and work your way down. Okay. Do the reindeer sign. Do love these pens. They're a little bit better quality than the other ones that I had. There we go, couldn't quite see the eye. It's a bit hard when you've got a camera in the way to actually see the letters. Go. There we are. And do the carrot. Go. I'll do this little bit, then I'm going to take them inside because it's 37 degrees outside in Adelaide today. And I can't tell you what that is overseas, but it is super hot. And that. And there we go. Okay, that's the carrot bit done. Let's get that in there. Now, the Santa part up the top has dried. going to spray. I've got alcohol on these already because these are just disinfectant wipes that I squeeze out and I pour I've got a bucket of them. So I pour the alcohol into the bucket, and then I have pre-alcoholed. So, but I'll just give it a bit of a spray and just get around the edges of this silver. Just around the edges. Try not to go in the actual word, because this is not quite dry and it will take the paint off. So I'm just very gently wiping the edges. There we go, just to get that little bit of excess off. There we are, get it off around the star. I'll let the carrot and everything dry a little bit more, but I will show you on my gold, because I did the gold last night. Now, I'm not sure whether you can see, but on the little carrot there's a little bit of gold. So I'm just going to take my wipe and I'm going to just wipe it over it. Now I might have left my run too late with this to wipe it, because it has been drying since last night. But you know that, like, you can just wipe it with a cloth then, and you know that it's not going to come off, because it is a permanent paint. There we go. It's still a little bit bendy because it's quite hot here in Adelaide, so let's get a little bit of that excess off. And there we are. Like, people aren't going to be looking up super close to it. They're just going to go, hopefully going to go, oh wow, that's cool. So there we go. All right, I'm going to finish these inside in the cool, and I will take some photos in the sun, because actually I'm going to take you down and I'm going to get my green. Actually, I'll get the red because I've already done it. And we're going to take it out in the sun and I'm going to show you. So we're going to walk out here to the magnificent sun, and hopefully you can see the sparkle on that, because it is just beautiful. And there we go. There we go. So I'm going to walk back so that I can say thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate you watching. Thank you to all of my lovely subscribers. I really do appreciate you subscribing. Please make some comments if I can be doing different colors, or if I can be, sorry about my hand, using different paints or anything like that. Please let me know. I really do appreciate it. I've had some really lovely comments on some of my other things over the last few weeks, and I cannot tell you how nice it is to get a bit of nice feedback. So thank you so much for watching. I will show you the brand on these if I can. Fans Are Rich. That is the brand on the Crow Markets. So all right, so thank you so much for watching. Be safe, and I will catch you next time.